Hi, folks. I'm Gene McLoughlin. Welcome to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. On this program, the mayor has a chance to chat with you about things happening in the township and to introduce you to people making those things happen. Today, we're pleased to welcome our guest, Matt Mercurio, who is the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Social Services here in the township. Matt, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me again, Gene.
And Mayor, good to see you.
Good to be seen, Gene, as
you say. And you feeling good?
I'm feeling well. The new hip is great.
Okay.
No more pain and ready to go. Ready for the summer.
Well, you're ready to move around.
I'm ready to move.
Around already.
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Mayor, we can just touch on one or two things. I noticed a lot of new space being cleared on Route 9.
Yeah, well, that's the project that was talked about and approved many, many moons ago
Right.
in the 90s. Currently, the area that you see has been cleared is for the new ShopRite. Going to be one of the largest ShopRites in the state of New Jersey. Next to it will be a large Target store, and also, I believe, a medical office building is going to be built at that location where we see all that clearing right along Route 9. And a number of pad sites are going to be out front with restaurants and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's been talked about and approved many years ago, and it's finally getting built now, as we like to say.
Okay, and as you mentioned off the air, we also have a golf course being built.
Right. If anyone travels Amboy Road, Partridge Road, or Lamberton Road, you'll see a lot of construction. You'll see a lot of dirt being moved, and you'll see the beginnings of a golf course taking shape after, again, at least 30 years, Gene, being talked about, land being purchased. It's now being built, finally getting built after so long, and it's being built at no cost to the taxpayers of Old Bridge.
And that's even better.
That's
even better, right?
Yeah, that's a hole in one, as they say in golfing.
And Matt, if I can come back to you for a minute, you know, just by looking at your very title, Parks, Recreation, and Social Services, you have the broadest portfolio in town, I guess, huh?
Yes. I would like to say that we're the largest service provider within the township. We offer programs for children as young as 3 years old up to our Silver Lining Center, which has some participants almost pushing 100.
So there's very little that you don't get your hands into, huh?
Whether we want to or not, yes, correct.
Whether you want to or not. But right now, the important focus is probably on summer programs.
Yes.
You want to touch on those just briefly?
Sure. So when it comes to prioritizing, we usually like to be a season or two ahead. So as you know, right now we are in the spring. So a lot of our summer programming, as far as our planning, is complete. We are still taking registration. Our biggest 3 programs this year that we're happy to bring back in person will be our 3 summer camp programs. And we offer 3 different summer camps. We offer a full-day summer camp program, we offer a Camp Robin summer day program, and we offer a half-day camp program. And I can speak a little bit on each one of those programs.
Yeah, if you could, Matt, just elaborate a little bit on them so people get an understanding.
Sure. Our full-day summer camp program is really an extension of our before care and after care that runs during our school year. So a lot of that staff comes from that program, and they're going to work our full-day summer camp. Our full-day summer camp's located in 3 different locations throughout the township. We use McDivitt School, we use the Grade 9 Center, and we use the high school. We break those down by grades so that the kids are with other children that are in their grades. That program is a full-day program. It runs from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also offer before care and after care for that program. That's our longest running summer camp program as far as length of time. That runs 8 weeks. That starts on July 5th, and it runs all the way to August 26th. So when you're looking at our before care and after care program and our full day summer camp, we provide child care services basically throughout the entire year with the exception of the weeks in between camps.
Matt, one thing with this, could you touch a little bit on some of the things you do at the camp, the programs, the activities? What takes place there? What are children
So our full day camp, when you register for our full day camp, that's an all-in camp. When you're registering for our camp, you're also registering for all the trips that go along with that. So you don't have to a la carte your trips. You make one payment and it pays for everything. So for our full day camps, we go on trips probably about 3 or 4 days a week. So we're heavily trip-based with that. But during our day, there are many activities, whether they are physical activities, games, arts, crafts, some STEM programming as far as just to keep the kids, interested. Because when you're there for that long of a day, you need to keep the kids active and moving both physically and mentally.
Mayor, are you able to make an appearance at any of these camps?
I try to, Jan. I try to stop by, but they're so busy.
Yes.
And the last thing they want to do is see the mayor walking around, interrupt the camp. But, Gene, it's important to realize that Matt's department was so severely impacted by COVID, It was basically shut down.
Yeah, I didn't
And
want to
here they
bring
are
that up.
coming
Yeah.
out of, they're coming out of
Right.
COVID and getting all these programs started again and all the difficulties that is involved in getting these programs up and running again. So, Matt, I got to commend you and your staff for making this happen.
Right.
And it's so important especially for the working moms and dads to have that full day summer camp
Yes,
with
sir.
the before and after care to allow them to continue their jobs during the summer months. And it's provided at a very affordable, I'm going to say ultra competitive rate
Correct.
with other options that parents would have, either would be privately or outside of town.
Mhm.
Very competitive
Right.
and cost effective for them to maintain their work schedule and also know that their children are safe from what open up at 7 in the morning,
Mhm,
Matt. So
Yeah.
they can be picked up as late as 6 o'clock at night or even
Correct.
later. And there's security involved at all these locations. So it's a great asset to the community.
Yeah, it seems, Matt, a tremendous contribution. One thing, how many children participate?
So right
Ballpark.
now for our full day summer camp, we have a little over 300 kids
Really?
enrolled in full day summer camp.
And
Our other two summer camps,
Yes, sir.
we have our half day program and our Camp Robin program. Our Camp Robin program this year has always been and will be again housed in our Camp Robin building. That's kind of their jumping off point.
Yes, sir.
That's going to run from July 5th to August 5th. Those hours are 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We still have availability in our Camp Robin summer camp program. All we do is ask people when they register, they send us an individual education plan for their child so that we can make sure that we can meet that child's needs when it comes to employees.
Is this the Camp Robin program
This
specifically?
is the Camp Robin
Specifically,
Summer Camp
okay.
program, which is available for children 6 years old up to 21 years old.
Yeah, that 21-year-old, that's interesting. That's been an expansion in recent years, right?
Yes, yes.
How about the children that go to that camp? What kind of activities do they participate in?
So with
Camp
that,
Robin?
there are trips that people can sign up
Yeah.
for. Additionally, some of our trips include I Play America, Top Golf. I think we're going to Sandy Hook this year to get the kids on the beach. And then during the day, they have activities and they have a schedule so that they're kept on a schedule. Our staff is kept on a schedule so everybody kind of knows what to expect.
And the range of kids that you cover is
Yeah.
pretty broad.
So once we have them register from 6 until 21,
Yes,
but
sir.
then we break them down by groups based on their ability and based on their grades, and then they have supervisors within that. So we usually don't have, a 6-year-old doing the same thing as a 21-year-old.
Right. Mayor, it seems like Matt hasn't missed much over there. I've covered everything.
That's one of the camps that I do attend and walk in and see. I
Right.
see people on the computers. I see people preparing meals. I see people playing musical instruments. It's a fantastic program.
I think it's amazing that you're getting the amount of interest from the young kids these days, and obviously their parents in participation in this kind of programs.
I think
the
we
kids
have-
would concentrate on this.
I think we have parents in this township who understand the social aspect and the socialization that children need, especially to dovetail on what the mayor said. Coming out of COVID, that was something, social isolation is something that we've dealt with across our whole department when it comes to our programs. And I think parents see the socialization aspect of being very needed.
Yeah, that does seem to be major importance. And again, I think it makes a tremendous contribution to the parents and to the township.
Yeah.
And as the mayor outlined, it's pretty complete.
Yeah.
It's pretty complete. I mean, it's a great tribute, I think, to you that you've been able to put all this together.
Thank you. And the other camp program that we have is our half-day camp program.
Yes, sir.
That runs from 9 until 1 p.m., also from July 5th to August 5th. That's run at 8 different locations throughout the township.
Wow.
We try to get them as close to people's houses. So, you're able to go to, whether it's a park or a school or a facility that we have near your house. It's a 9-to-1 program. Trips are paid for additionally, just like for Camp Robin. And that program right now also has a little over 300 children registered for that program as well.
I'm just amazed. How do you, I'm just really amazed when you give these numbers. Matt, when you take the trips, where do you go?
So what our staff is always great. Brianne's our program supervisor for half day camp. Our Camp Robin staff, our full day camp staff. We try not to go to the same trips every year in and year out. We try to keep trips closer for our younger grades and a little bit more expansive for our older grades or for our full-day camp trip, you can go to a Great Adventure and spend the whole day.
Really?
Our half-day camp, we're not going to send to Great Adventure because by the time you get there and go in, it'd be time
to come back.
to come back. So in the fall, we actually go around and we scout out a lot of places that we either hear from parents that kids go.
Do you take them to the beach at all?
We
or
do.
Like that?
Yes.
Or any other amusement parks?
We specifically take our full-day camp to Great Adventure. And then when you register for that, you also get a season pass to Great Adventure as well.
Okay, how about this new thing up near Giant Stadium, this American Dream?
I've been to American Dream. It's a little bit too large. It's a very large area.
Yeah.
But I think if we've gone to certain aspects there, maybe we can think about going someplace like that in the future.
It seems to me, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but taking just command or control of this number of kids on a trip has got to be a workout.
Yes.
A lot of responsibility involved in making sure that who leaves comes back.
Yep.
And if there is an emergency during the day or some child needs assistance, that we need to be prepared for that at all times.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna
again,
say.
this isn't no easy task. Come on, let's go.
No, it's a tremendous
Responsibility undertaken.
Yeah, the whole undertaking is tremendous.
Yes.
Matt, I'm going to ask you just to take a breath for a moment. Folks, we're getting to take a break right now. Our guest is Matt Mercurio. He is the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Social Services here in the Township. We're discussing the summer programs that are waiting for you to register for right now. We'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, who we are, what we miss, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Why should I get vaccinated? Protecting yourself also helps protect the people around you. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. Today, we're talking about summer camps with our Director of Parks, Recreation, and Social Service here in the Township, Matt Mercurio. And Matt, if we can pick up a little bit where we left off, you were talking about some current summer camps. You also have some new additions I see in some of your notes.
Yep.
Could you hit on some of them? Some of them are quite interesting, I think.
Yep.
How about starting with dance class?
Sure. I would like to highlight these
Yes, sir.
3 programs that,
Yes, sir.
that we're going to talk about. So our regular full year dance program is wildly successful.
It is.
So our program supervisor, Brianne, came and said, why don't we run a summer session, almost like a skills and drills for dance programs. It'll be an opportunity for parents. Let's say your child did tap or jazz all year, but next year they want to do ballet. This will give them a good base for them to go and learn ballet full time. We also know we start our dance program at 3 years old.
Really?
We usually get really good numbers at the younger ages.
At 3 years
At
old?
3 years old. And what better time to start for your child than in the summer, where maybe they're not going to school or they're not going to daycare, and they can kind of invest their time in that. So this is a 7-week program, various different dance disciplines to choose from. They'll all happen in the evenings, downstairs in our Civic Center in our dance studio with our same dance instructors.
How do you get the kids involved at that age into something like this that requires some kind of discipline, some kind of attention, spend, that type of thing?
It can be challenging. I mean, the boys and the girls who come the first time, super duper excited. And we keep our classes relatively small.
Yeah.
So if it's a dance class, maybe 8 to 12 kids, and that's it in that class. So we try to, if we had a large group of 20 or 30 kids, it would be a lot more challenging.
And you get boys as well as girls?
We definitely get boys
Really?
as well as girls in our dance program.
My gut feel on this, Mayor, is that you wouldn't think a 3-year-old boy would be interested in dance class. Maybe it's just me.
You would be surprised how many professional athletes have a dance background.
Really?
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay. And where does that take place, the dance class?
That takes, we have a dance studio
I
in the
saw that.
basement
That's really
of our Civic Center. So that's where we do all of our dance classes.
Okay. I got a lot to learn. I'll tell you that. Okay. The other thing I noted, Matt, in your notes was STEM camp.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about that. It seems to be growing in popularity.
Yep. So STEM obviously stands for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Right.
We run a program during our year that we linked with a company called Built by Me. And basically, almost every child grows up playing Legos. Some of them just play Legos a little bit. We have other ones who can build machines that fight each other. And try to knock off a Lego arm or certain things like that. So for this program, you're learning coding, science, technology, engineering, and math, all while doing Lego. So we're kind of tricking you, not purposely, but you're doing engineering in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. So this is a program that we're doing the week after our summer camp program. This will start on August the 8th, and it will run from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. for 2nd through 4th graders.
Why do you think STEM has become so popular in recent years? I mean, it's something you never heard of until recent years, last 5, 6, 7 years. Why?
I think from a recreation standpoint and from like a knowledge standpoint, there wasn't ever a tag put around it. I think once they started explaining science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and you could even do STEM or STEAM, I just think there's many, many kids who are probably doing this on their own, putting things on YouTube, learning, but when they build a community within themselves with it, and they understand that, this is something that I had fun doing. I didn't know I was doing all of this. So I think we have kids at a younger age now who are exposed and way more knowledgeable than they were even 5 or 10 years ago.
I know.
Gene, what I've seen with the STEM, when I've ever been witness to a STEM program, just recently over at Southwood School, I see these kids that maybe didn't find their niche in other areas, maybe didn't want to play sports, didn't want to play a musical instrument, but when they get to the STEM, they're mesmerized by the ability, as Matt said, to build these things and make them work, and they're so into it. So I think it finds a niche for that certain individual, that certain child, that wants to be creative with their hands and mind at the same time. So it's a great program. The STEM is wherever it takes place.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, Matt, I didn't realize you can get a degree now in STEM.
100%. You can get really, really, really good jobs out there in the workforce.
Schools,
yes.
Is that who gives these tests? Well, that's amazing. I remember when my grandson was 6. He's graduating from high school in a week or so. He was 6 years old, fascinated by this type of thing, as you said. fascinating. I used to babysit them and I used to watch them and just play with it and do a great job. I got one question for you. What happened to erector sets?
Erector sets.
I don't want to date myself, but
Erector sets are now basically being built by children, second grade, third grade, and fourth grade.
But they still have kids of erector sets.
Mhm.
I still play with mine, my erector set. With the little screws, I still play with them.
They were great. Matt, the other thing you touched on, which I think is also very interesting, is Magic Camp. Tell us about Magic Camp.
So this is, we partnered with a company called Empowering Kids Through Magic Camp.
Okay.
And basically what it is a camp that will run starting August 15th. It will run for a week from 9 a.m. Until 12 p.m. It is for children. The specific ages for those children are 7 to 12 years old. And basically they're going to learn magic tricks every single day. And they're going to learn social skills at the same time. They're going to present their magic to their classroom, so that they're going to build some confidence when it comes to that. Everybody who registers goes home with a magic bag, like one of those magic bags that you would think and hope. So this is a second or third program that most people would think is outside the realm of recreation. In our opinion, recreation should also be recreation activity. Education should also be in there as well.
Yeah, it would seem that stimulates creativity too.
Correct.
Whatever stimulates the mind, Gene.
Yeah. As you said, but yeah, that's right. I think the idea is great. The magic kits are all over the place too.
Yes.
They go shopping. They have plenty of magic kits. That's a great idea. Okay, Matt, big question for you. You have a lot of programs going on here. Who is teaching these programs? Where do you get the teachers from? Obviously, they have to have some skills.
Yes.
Specific skills.
So when it
How do you
comes
go about
to our staff, whether it's camp staff or programming staff or dance staff, we have probably the widest ranging employee base within the township.
Really?
We would have, we have kids who are high school students. We have college students. We have student teachers. We have certified teachers. We have paraprofessionals.
Wow.
We have certified school nurses. We also have security, school security, which is through our police department that is at all of our camps. We have certified ice skating instructors at our ice rink. We have dance instructors for our dance programs. And the two programs that we talked about most recently, the Magic Camp and the STEM Camp, we partnered with companies that do that, and they send us in employees who were trained by them who run these classes.
And that's what these companies specialize in.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty interesting, Mayor. I know that there are companies that are even doing this with the young people today. And I can see all these new programs look great.
And a good amount of our employee base, even for our summer camp programs, our dance programs, all of our programs, a lot of our employee base are Old Bridge, people who live in Old Bridge.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. One other thing, if I can, if you put on your crystal ball hat and look ahead, what would you like to see happen in parks, recreation, and social services?
I would like to see every area that we have improve year over year, whether that would be our parks, our facility, our before care and after care, our Silver Lining Center, our food bank, our ice arena. Any area that we have, there's always room for improvement, even when it comes to programming, events, ideas. Myself and our staff, we have a lot of professional development where we see kind of trends and things that are going on. However, we're always accessible. If anybody has a program idea or an event idea, please reach out to anybody in our department. We're willing to try any program whatsoever, because you really don't know what your attendance is going to be in anything unless you try it.
But the idea right now is that a lot of these things were germinated in your department.
Yes.
They came up with your thought process, the STEM, the magic, and so on.
Our entire staff is always trying to improve and bring things new to our township.
Geez, that's outstanding. Man, that's a great program. I'm really fascinated by what I'm hearing today. I'll be honest with you.
And Gene, the town is committed to making some large-scale investments in the future into our facilities. You can see the Cottrell Farm, a lot of things. We were able to participate over there. We're going to be getting ready to make a big investment in Mamino Park, where Matt will now have access to more modern facilities to run these programs out of.
Geez, we're going to have you back a lot more, Matt, to cover all this information. Eh? Matt, a couple things are coming up. We can cover real quickly. We have a Memorial Day parade coming up in a couple days.
Yep.
Grand Marshal.
Yep, our Grand Marshal is Kenneth A. Cruz. He is currently the VFW commander at our local post, and he is retired from U.S. Army as a staff sergeant. And that our parade is back in person as a parade. It'll be this Monday, May the 30th, down in Lawrence Harbor. Kicks off at 9 a.m. Anybody, please come down and check out the parade. We are happy to be back in person.
And it will be a traditional parade, unlike the COVID problem parade.
Yeah, we had a 2-year layoff.
Yeah.
We had the virtual Memorial Day. But we were there, as we always said, we always remembered, and now we're going to be remembering in person at our memorial. Right? We have a ceremony planned. So please come out. I believe you have an obligation and a responsibility to come out for the people who've sacrificed their lives so we can sit here on a day and talk about these programs.
When you get up there to speak, you always touch on this very well about obligation, and it's a solemn day.
Yes.
Not necessarily a day of fun. Oh, 2 other things, Matt, coming up. I'm sure you'll have a hand in Saltwater Day.
Yep, Saltwater Day is scheduled for August the 13th, and Old Bridge Day is scheduled for September the 24th. Applications for our vendors and anybody to participate should be online shortly. The 3 basic ways to reach our department is via email, the word recreation@oldbridge.com.
Okay.
Our phone number is 732-721-5600, extension 4999. And our website is very easy as well, oldbridge.com/recreation.
Okay, wonderful, Matt. Thank you very much for coming in and sharing with us today. It was a great job, great outlook coming for the people in the township. Folks, this has been a day with Matt Mercurio, who is the director, as I said, of Parks, Recreation, and Social Services. As you can see, there's a lot to do here in Old Bridge for this summer season. So get out, as Matt's been saying, get out, register, get your children involved. It's a great time they'll have spending the summer, and it'll give you, the parents, a little bit of a break too. Matt, thanks again for coming in. And Mayor,
thank you, Gene. Thanks for having us.
Everything's going well?
Everything's great.
Okay. Folks, we'll see you next time on Old Bridge Outlook. I'm Gene McLoughlin. Take care.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.